Hey yo, I don't know when y'all are gonna be seeing this, but do me a quick favor. Check out some of my other what ifs that I have down. What if Deku was gender bend? That what if it's gonna have a good plot twist coming up pretty soon. Also, what if Deku was a god or had a god quirk? That one. Me personally, I like where it's going. Deku has a no move for a pet. We'll just leave it at that. Y'all gonna see the next part coming up soon, and I will be continuing on muscle one. Now, the muscle one, I'm gonna do one more continuation of the muscle. What if Deku had a muscle quirk? And if that doesn't get really good views, like if it doesn't break like around the 100, 200 mark, I'm just gonna give up on that one and start focusing on some other ones. And Darkness one is going to be coming back pretty soon. But y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all know what it is. We're going to do a remastered of What If Deku stayed quirkless. One, because it was one of my most popular ones. Two, I believe I can do it a lot more justice now. And plus, what better way to celebrate all these new subscribers that I'm getting than to start with a video. I mean, to remaster a video that started my Hero YouTube What If kind of channel ordeal, right? So here we go. We're gonna have this boy. Deku he wasn't getting big body bullied, but he was early on. This will be different from What If Deku, I'm not gonna tell y'all, but What If Deku was like Asta video. It's gonna have a big difference in the way he trains and how he trains and his whole mentality. But this variation, this is gonna be more My Hero related. This Deku, he trains, all right? He was training because he was like, I'm quirkless. I gotta do this stuff. And when him and Bakugo was younger, so instead of just taking it, pause, he decided that he's going to fight up instead for himself. So him and Bakugo were throwing hands, and Deku, since he didn't have a quirk, and Bakugo just learning his quirk, he was able to put a scar on Bakugo's left eye. So there's some resentment, there, all right? But at the same time, Bakugo barely won, but at the same time, he was like, all right, I'm not going to mess with this dude anymore. So him and Bakugo don't really talk nearly as much as they did in canon. So that's one thing. Also, Deku commands respect due to the simple fact of he's always training. He has a nice, decent physique, all right? Like, his physique's nothing to be like, oh God, he's buff, but it's like, he does something. So first thing he would do is be like, he must have an enhancement quirk or something. Also, he was telling his mom he was getting bullied, so she immediately put this dude in like many different types of martial arts and stuff. And lucky for him, there was one place he was able to find where they specialize in, dealing with people with quirks. This is generally what the police would do. But since Deku was so proficient with his training and being able to analyze and read people, he were able to, move up in the ranks and get recommended to go to this special training facility. And, he was doing the training there, and his body is about as hard as wood, give or take. We can say it's about as hard as iron when he does the special breathing techniques. So we're going to have that going, and that's going to be pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to go to, middle school, and we're going to pretty much fast forward because Bakugo is going to be on his big flow. Like, oh, I'm the big shot. I'm the realest one out here. Y'all can't even get on my level with me and all this type of stuff, right? So he's going to be like, y'all can't fuck with me and all this stuff. Like, he's just going to be going crazy. He's like, well, hold up. There's two of you. Who? Bakugo and Izuku Midoriya? And the funny thing is, Deku doesn't talk much. He doesn't need to. He's actually mentally doing image training against quirks. He imagined people with super quirks. He imagined people with quirks while he's in his home. Like, he's doing a lot of image training. And image training is scientifically proven to have benefits for the body and all this other stuff. So we're going to use that as like a, kind of a bridge. We're going to use that to help him do more training while not being able to. Plus, he's not even sitting down. He's literally doing a squat, but barely not touching his chair. Like, he's not touching his chair. He's like hovering over it. So that requires a lot of leg muscle. And Bakugo, in the blind moment of fury, lost control. And he was like, damn it, Deku. And then he tries to blow up. He hits Deku. Deku zones back in. Is like, what's going on? He looks, sees burnt marks. He's like, now I know you didn't just burn this. He's like, what if I did? I'm so sick and tired of you quirkless loser trying to act all high and mighty. He's like, He gets up. He stretches ever so slightly. That was a good little warm-up. Start doing some stretches. He's not even doing normal stretches neither. Like, he's contorting at odd angles and like weird angles. So everyone's like, oh, does he have a flexible quirk? Everyone's scared. Everyone's confused. But little did they know. He looked at Bakugo and said, do you really want this smoke? Bakugo said, I'm sick of you talking. Deku said, too slow. Immediately threw 3 pencils at him. One hit him near his foot. Basically, it hit him at an angle to throw off his balance. Another one was to hit him right in the palm of his hand. And another one was to, like, he didn't even hit him with, like, the actual pencil part. He just, like, ricocheted off of him. And it, like, smacked him in the head. So when he threw the explosion, the tiny explosion went upwards. And then Deku took off his little, you know, the little school uniform shirt. He took that off, waited for Bakugo to charge at him. Bakugo charges at him, but with like speed unever seen before. He and just starts boxing. I mean, literally boxing Deku down. Just go. I mean, Bakugo down. Like, he just starts, Deku's just start beating on Bakugo. Just boo. And like, it's like furies and furies of blows. Like, boo. And they're all perfectly executed. Aim to destroy and build down. So Bakugo says, all right, okay, you got a couple licks and that means nothing. So now he's really trying to like cock back again, like, Deku's not saying a word, but in his head, he's like, you're too predictable. Or maybe he might even say that out loud. So now he flips this dude around, bow, just starts like basically outclassing the dude. Every time he tries to go for an explosion, Deku contorts, moves in a weird way, starts hitting this dude with furies of punches. And Bakugo's actually getting bloody, and everyone's terrified because like this quirkless dude is fighting this dude. And some people are like, nah, he has a quirk, blah, 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 right? Nah. And Deku looks at him and says, Gachon, I want you to know something. I'm beating you with only half of my strength. I haven't even used my legs. He's like, I feel like he would say something to the effect of where he would be like, all right, what? Just because you got a couple of lucky blows. Before he even finishes sentences, he uses his legs for a brief moment. All you hear is the slight skip, like a little squeaky noise of Deku slightly repositioning, and Bakugo is slumped. But what ended up happening is Deku hit him in the back of the head. So as he's falling down, Deku hits him again, Deku hits him 3 times within the motion or the appearance of a single leg swipe. And Bakugo has actually stumbled and was like, wait, what? As I said, I haven't used my legs. But Bakugo actually feeling slight terror and slight fear. But before Bakugo can register the feel he was fearing, Deku just starts welling on these combos of these just and he's like, so what's wrong? I thought you were perfection at its finest. And it's like as he's like folding Bakugo, as Deku is folding Bakugo, I'm sorry I'm getting these names because it's just like I can see his fight. But just to clarify it, Deku is the one doing the folding, all right? So Deku, as he's folding, everyone's already gotten up. And he's hitting like Bakugo in such weird ways that it's like collaborating all these desks and tables together. It's just and like with like furies of kicks, punch, elbows, knees, elbows. And it's almost like a mini hurricane hit the room and hit the everything. And Bakugo gets up and he actually tries to shoot out an explosion and he successfully shoots out one. But in the meantime, Deku jumps back, kicked everyone that would have been in the way out of the way. So no one got damaged from the explosion. So Bakugo is like just throwing out furies of like blows and explosions, nearly about to lose consciousness. But during all of this time, he's getting hit with elbows, all to the chin, elbows, just wailing on this dude. Now he start getting lethal with it. He goes for this dude's ankles. He breaks one of his legs right where the kneecap is at. Bakugo is like, oh. He gets up and starts trying to like propel. Deku immediately dislocates his shoulder and then also breaks this dude's arm. Now you might be like, why is he so vicious? Now let's not forget, Bakugo is known for bullying, okay? He might have not bullied Deku as much as he did in the previous or in the canon, but I'm still gonna say that there were smart remarks or, yeah, I don't even know why there's quirkless losers here, or, you know, some of the stuff. Also, there was some bullying that did go on during the time they were little, just the only difference was Bakugo had a quirk and Deku didn't have the chance to train. Natural advantages, all right. So he's letting a lot of this frustration out. Plus, he did get bullied when he was doing all of his training and stuff due to the simple fact of, you know it, not having a quirk. So he's fighting people with quirks that even if their quirk is just like a tail or they can produce an extra arm or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's something weak per se, that doesn't, no. Deku has a lot of vent up rage and frustration he needs to let out. So he's using Bakugo, even though Bakugo is about like 60% of it. All right. So with that being said, he's like breaking this dude and disassembling this dude maliciously, breaking this dude. And then by the time basically Bakugo's almost limbs, he got one good arm. He tries to go for an explosion, but Deku says no. And like when he kicks in such a way that it shatters all of that nigga's right arm, bro. Like, so this dude's like looking like dumb and goofy. He grabs this dude by the noggin, throws him at an angle, and then like solidly hits him with a side elbow all the way back into those desks. He looks at everyone and tells them one simple thing. Just because I'm quirkless doesn't mean I can't stand up for myself. And the fact of, if he did beat me in that fight, all of y'all would have went about your day and just kept it moving. But oh, now that a quirkless person's fighting back, it's not fun when the demon's got the gun, is it? Interesting. And by the way, I know it's a little early, but of course, I'm going to be the best hero to ever exist. I'll go ahead and give y'all a little snippet of what my hero name would be. My hero name is Quirk Slayer. And that's going to be the end of the video. Thank y'all for watching. Like, sub, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that good stuff. I am trying to get to 2K. Let's get it.